if you hit rock bottom in life and you're trying to figure a way to start over, start fresh with a new clean slate and rise from the ashes, then you definitely want to watch this video. I'll definitely talk about what things you could utilize so you could leverage and create opportunity for yourself to get out of your current situation. So let's get into it quickly. I don't want to waste time. Now, the first one is capital. I'm going to address this one because most of the time when people are starting fresh, they either lost a job, they have no money, they're broke, or they're in debt. And it's important to understand your finances really good, because if you don't get a hold on your finances, then you will never get a hold of your opportunity to grow. The first one is cut out all the unnecessary BS and don't spend time focusing and spending money on things that actually don't provide long-term value. What I mean by that is don't spend your money on like a expensive dinner. Don't spend money on an expensive hobby, or don't spend time and money on an expensive vacation. Live within your means. This is very important because as you grow, you actually will be able to keep a little bit more money that you could use for whatever you need to do. So when it comes to capital, I look for asymmetrical risk. And what I try to do is try to bubble up my money really quickly, invest it in short-term things like a private money lender so I could get money back really quickly. And what I do is I'll put maybe 1 to 2, maybe 3, no more than 5,000 of cash out on the street, investing it as a lender to someone else. I'm someone else's bank in one of their deals. I look for asymmetrical risk, which means I will not lose my money, but I will get money back plus the interest. And you may think that's not possible in today's world, but it really is. One example is I do fund people's earnest money deposits on real estate. And so sometimes it's 1% of what the deal is. So say if a house costs $500,000, in order to close that investment, people need to put 5,000 up on that property just so they could actually start the contract phase. And what I've done is create terms on that. And that allows me to say, I'll lend you that 1%, that $5,000, but when you close, I want that money back and some interest on that. And people will take that. And so I've been very successful with that. And I continue to do that to collect all these small wins. It doesn't have to be the hugest investment, but what you need to understand is you don't want to lose money, but you do want to get a return on your money, which means you get your money and that interest back. So definitely look for those opportunities so you can build more wealth, so you could get that buffer to start doing bigger things in the future. Now, the second thing I actually like to do is actually look for other people's money. And so what I do is we'll raise capital for any deal or venture that I'm getting into, so I don't have to put all of my money in it. I could put some of my money up, and then I'll have other investors who also want to be passive, and I'll collect all these groups of people who want to be passive, and I'll collect all that money together, and we'll go make the investment, or we'll go do something together. It's like a community sharing, almost like crowdfunding, but it's an opportunity where you could get into deals or get into other business ventures or opportunities, whatever it is, without taking the burden of the cost. You could also say, if you're trying to fund your own business, you could actually take those as a loan, because if you don't have enough collateral and assets, the bank will never give you a loan on that business. But you could go to your friends and family and say, hey, I want to build this business. I'll give you this percentage back if you loan me this amount of money. All right. And so you cut them into the profits of that business. It's less money out of pocket for you. But here's the stipulation when it comes to other people money. You have to have the track record and the ability to make it happen. Most people, they'll only invest with you and lend you money if they know, like, and trust you. And so if they can't trust you, you'll never get the money from them to actually do what you need to do. So you have to have the track record and the results to back up what you're trying to do at this current stage. Definitely build that track record and keep that reputation going. You don't want to lose that. When it comes to any type of investing or crowdfunding capital, reputation's everything. Protect it at all costs. So if you do business right, if you're trying to start a business, make sure you have the deliverables to make that business successful. Or if you're just trying to stand back up in life, you got to just let people know exactly what you intend to use that money so you could get ahead, get back to where you need to be in life, and then grow from there. All right. So make sure you take care of your people if you're going to go that route. Now, the second thing I like to use to leverage more opportunities is technology. In today's world, you could go to Google, find all the information you want. So if you're ignorant and you don't know about something, you can actually do research and become an expert on whatever subject matter you want to become an expert at. I like to use technology in terms of my systems for my businesses. It's cheaper than actually hiring staff members. If I have to hire at minimum wage, which is like $15 in California, times 80, that ends up being a lot of money. Whereas if some type of technology or program where it's $50 a month, it's very cost effective. So you could use those systems to do what you need in place of other people. And that actually helps out also because now I don't have to worry about sick time. I don't have to worry about will they be on time with the delivery of results, because technology never calls in sick, it's never late, and it never does anything based on emotion. It just does what it tells you to do. So that's why I like to use technology, because it streamlines a lot of my processes. And if it streamlines faster, that means I get the results faster and it allows me to take action even quicker. So leverage actually likes speed and it likes to move fast. The better you could create systems in your life that create leverage, the faster and faster your personal results will come at you. So it's a great thing to actually use technology. Now, the third thing I like to do actually stems back to the using other people's money. In other ways, you could use collaboration. Whereas if you're trying to start a business or you have some family things that you need to take care of, you could ask the people around you to actually help you take care of some of these tasks. The strength of a person is their network. And so collaboration is key, and you want to actually make sure that you have a good supportive network around you at all times so you can move forward and actually do whatever you envision in your life. Whether it's trying to go on a vacation with the family. One example, I'm going Bali to Philippines this summer, and there's over 60 of us going. How do you coordinate that? One of my cousins, she likes to actually coordinate projects or travels. And she coordinates travels, and she's actually really good at it. She's putting things together for us in the family to experience Philippines since we haven't been there in a couple of years. Leverage the people in your cruise and use their skill sets. Most of the time, when people are really good at something, they like to do it. And the reason why they like to do it is because it gives them confidence. It's an easy win. It's something that they can build their confidence on. Use collaboration. Look for the people and leverage the people who have those skill sets you want to actually guide you and help you get to the outcome you want. But also use the people for their networks as well. And I'm not talking about use them in a manipulative manner, but if you're in a situation where you need to change your life and start all over and start fresh, definitely use them so you could get up. Don't be shy in asking for help. That's all you're doing. You're not asking to take advantage of other people. You're actually asking so you could get ahead and back to where you need to be in life so you could continue to grow and take care of yourself and your family. Now, the last thing is content. I think this one's hard for me because I'm not as consistent, but I do love being consistent in everything else. It's just content was one of those things that's really hard for me. Content's really important because people need to know what you're going through and what you're trying to do. And there's nothing wrong with self-promotion and marketing, because business is not about what you know or who you know. Business and life is about who knows you. And the more that people know you, the better they could know who you are and support you. But if they don't have that relationship built, it doesn't matter if it's in business or in relationships or in friendships. If they don't feel comfortable around you and they don't know who you are, they will never help you. It doesn't matter what the situation is. It's important to take care of people and let them know what you're working on, because they will take care of you as well. It's natural. It's like a law of reciprocity, where whatever you give out into the world, it will come back to you. Karma's real. So definitely look out for those things. This is how I start a lot of my businesses. And so I definitely use the capital that I have, the capital that other people have. I do use technology. I do use collaboration. And I do use content, which means I'm always in front of other people. If you thought this was helpful in you understanding where you're at in your transitional period and figuring out what you need to do and how you need to do, this is just a base foundation. It's not the one and done. I will be going more in depth in the future. So definitely you can subscribe.